You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog balls confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lights of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Key, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
Grand Rise.
I'm talking about Shabaka going crazy. People going crazy in them motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing. Got a woman on the bed. Man made the car. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electrolyte to take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water. Like the 7 million. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy, and man makes them happy because man makes them joy. But after man make everything we can, do you know that man makes to buy from other men? This is a man
Okay, Grand Rising. Can you read the intro, Shabaka, or do you want me to do it?
Okay, now go ahead. Okay, Grand Rising from Sin City.
Grand Rising, peace, love, and happiness.
Yeah, so on
Colorado
the season 10.
Okay, how you doing? How you doing, sister?
Okay.
Okay, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, I'm in the back.
On this season 10, episode 4 of Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chase, in conjunction with the Front Line Blacc News, we'll be discussing several topics. The first topic is Sonya Massey RIP. Her family gets $10 million in a civil settlement. Then we got New York City Mayor Eric Adams re-election. Trump's new regime gets Pam Bondi confirmed as the new Attorney General. Marco Rubio is the Secretary of State, and Kash Patel is the new, or will be the new FBI Director. And Elon Musk has too much power, and his son tells Trump to shut the F up while Trump Bad kid.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Because what an idiot like Trump has got to say is not worth listening to. You know what
in other words, he's got good sense, huh? A little bit of some type of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as you know, sister, Musk and Trump are two sides of the same coin. One is a boar. The other one is a white supremacist. The boar is a white supremacist. You see what I mean? And and anybody out there,
and a Nazi. Remember, don't forget the Nazi salute that they keep telling.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So therefore, what are we going to do, Black families? Because you see, you got to look at, the business with Sonya Massey. Okay, is that her family got, a settlement? Okay, great, beautiful. They need that and then some. But the question should be, is that they should not be charging the taxpayers for the settlement. It should be the race soldier that killed Sonya Massey, who's walking in concrete. Okay, they got him PC'd up. They need to put him in a general population. So for all you white supremacists and trolls out there that say, oh, well, he's got to be in protective custody. Yeah, because, his life is in danger. In case anybody don't know, that any time that you get incarcerated, everybody's life is in danger.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
He gave him that look, twin, like, nigga, if you don't get your child.
And not enough. Grab it to
Yeah, that kid need a good old spanking. Yeah, he putting boogers all over his desk and told him to shut the F up.
He's a little arrogant bastard because of who his daddy is. You see, where he hatched that little well, I'm not gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? But you know where I'm going at.
Mama was like, "Why is my son out in the public like this?"
Well, the boar, he figures he's untouchable, and with him controlling all his internet crap, he is. And guess what I got on my computer, ladies and gentlemen, for about the 10th time in the last 4 days. Your computer needs to restart to install update. Yes, sir.
You got an echo.
I got an echo.
Yeah.
Wait, because I'm on the Bluetooth. I turned the TV set off.
Is it the computer?
No, it can't be the computer because I do what I usually do and we don't get the echo. Not unless, of course, that they form wrenches in our work.
It might be the headset, Shabaka. Turn the headset off and turn it back on. Oh, yeah, we can hear your fire alarm too. Hey, go ahead, Sister Concepcion. See you got your hand raised.
I would like to make a comment on the Nazi salute. Wasn't it the board that did the Nazi salute according to the news?
Yeah, it was the board.
So I'm thinking that, because
there's a lot of people who wrote books about the last days and the Antichrist that was here to come.
Yeah.
So this is my take on it. I think that Trump is the Antichrist, and I think that his board is backing him up, especially if he's giving out a Nazi salute.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? Because that's like a sign to me that he's ready for some serious damaging war against people who do not look like him. And that means we got to stand our ground. We got to stand our ground. It's about that time.
I'm trying
it's
to
about
tell
that
you.
time.
It's been about that time, but everybody went to sleep on their biting. It's been that time.
It's been that time, but it's seriously getting close to where it's about to be a straight up pop off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a part of it. You ain't gonna see me running. I'm gonna be a part of it.
Well, just like it was explained to me, at the 50th anniversary of the Black Panther Party, Sister Hatshepsut, older sister, fro, nice and proud and gray, leather piece on. And I told her what type of work that I was doing. I says, I'm under a microscope. You know what she says to me? She says, say, man, are you going to die on your feet or live on your knees? And she's a girl. And she stated that she was a woman and turned around and popped her collar like she was a general that she was and walked off. You see? You know. So it's coming down to that. And then out here in Sin City, you know, well, Sin City is raining out here. It's cool. California, as we knew, the mudslides are coming in. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the water quality here is getting ready to be shot because, you know, Colorado, they ain't giving us enough of y'all's water in Lake Mead. We need to steal some more water from y'all.
So y'all better hope we get more snow because y'all gonna be.
We need your snow, man, for this water in the desert, you know. But I no longer drink tap water. I have to go get it purified. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And what happened because the garbage, the crap they're putting in here. No, and by the way, people, you're gonna love this new tidbit of news that just came across my desk in the last 24 hours. Nellis Air Force Base, where they were blowing up all the nuclear bombs above ground in the 1950s. Guess what? A lot of those veterans out there, a lot of those veterans out there, right, are coming down with cancer and tumors and all kind of stuff like that. And guess what? Uncle Sam is refusing to pay them.
So they demanding. So do you mean to tell me that they're demanding reparations from the United States government for that?
I'm not surprised.
They need it. I'm not surprised either, Sister Hatshepsut, because they've been blowing up this desert ever since the end of World War II.
Reparations, and they need to give the Port of Chicago descendants reparations.
You know it. Right up there in Port Chicago, which is right down the street from Vallejo. You know what I'm saying? Although I got another term for it, but we have women present. You know what I mean? And whatnot, you know. And then two, is that when they did the Manhattan Project, okay, as you all know, you have a national laboratory in a place called Livermore, which is all built up. But just imagine going through there in the 1940s when none of those suburbs were out there, right? So so that's where the Manhattan Project was. And then I would imagine that they had transported it from Livermore to Frisco Bay, okay, put it on a ship, went up past the Golden Gate Bridge, you see what I mean? And then took it over there to go drop it on these people. And then want our trolls to come in because you really are going to like this. Okay, like that old Dumbo Sarge, okay? And by the way, Sarge, if you're out there, you're full of shit. We tried your email address again. It's bogus, so we won't be wasting our time with it. But however, you more than happy to chime in over here, Sarge. You know what I'm saying?
He said he was going to email you, Shabaka. He never emailed you?
No, you never emailed me, man, because I'm looking at the email right now, man, when I get the link from you, man, to come on the program.
Yeah, he said he was going to email you. He was like, I'm going to email the email on the Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced page before they took it down. And obviously, so yeah, he is full of shit.
No, he didn't do it because he cannot stand this heat. Okay, is because what's happening is Black family. We are going to get our minds right. Okay, and what I mean by this is that these atrocities
gonna have a failure to communicate.
To communicate. You say, now I'm not having a failure with Trump and Musk's communications. I'm reading between the lines on these clowns real well. Experimentation with the food, experimentation with Black women again. You see what I mean? Okay. And then Musk.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. And Musk, if you want to prove that later, twin, he turned tail and ran, man. He turned tail and ran, he gave us some fake information. He gave us fake news. You know what I mean? So Sarge is Sarge. But however, nobody's blood pressure will be getting up, since he won't be here. You see?
Right.
All right. Exactly. And so
y'all, let me get to
Sonya Massey.
Before I get to the clip, Sister Hexception has something she wants to say. Go ahead, Sister Hexception.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we forgot to mention that. Okay, we know that Trump has a new crew amongst him, right, under him. So he has a whole new office among him. So one of his people under him is a general. He hired a general. I'm like, well, what you hired a general for? You know what I'm saying? And she's a female. So I'm like, okay, where are you going with this, and what is your plan? You see what I'm saying? That's real. That's real fishy to me. You know what I'm saying? What are you planning? So he got this whole crew, with him talking all this stuff, except for this one guy. The one guy turned against him. He said, I just want to let you know these last 4 years is going to be our last 4 years. That's what he said.
Bannon. Who was it? It was either Steve Bannon or...
I think that was him that said that. The one with the glasses? The white guy with the glasses, kind of tall, said that. He said that I just want to let you know these next 4 years is going to be our last. Yeah, that's what he said. And he's under Trump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get to that later on the dumps appointments and all of that. But first, we got Sonya Massey, RIP to Sonya Massey. This is
and condolences to her family.
Killed by a race soldier in Springfield, Illinois last year.
Yes.
And now the family is finally getting some justice. I say some in quotation marks. $10 million settlement reached.
Yeah, because they got the ambulance chaser of all times on their team.
Oh, Ben Crump. Oh, Mushmouth Crump. So the family is going to get
surprising how quick that went.
Right. Well, you know how quick Ben Crump works. $10 million settlement reached in police shooting death of Sonya Massey.
And as I stated before,
is going to pay $10 million to the family of a woman shot by police. The settlement is believed to be the largest ever for Sangamon County. Regina Waldrop has reaction from family and a look at what's next.
It started with a call for help. It would end in tragedy for Sonya Massey.
My heart is heavy today. This is my daughter's birthday. She would have been 37 years old.
On July 6th, two Sangamon County Sheriff's deputies responded to her 911 call about a possible prowler. Massey was shot and killed following a dispute with one of the deputies involving a pot of boiling water. The interaction captured on body cam footage. Massey's family has said she struggled with mental health issues.
There's so many families that have no one to help fight. So we truly appreciate everyone that is fighting for our cause.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump says the $10 million settlement reached with Sangamon County is only the first step in the journey for justice.
This is about trying to make sure that nobody else loses a loved one like he lost his daughter.
Former Deputy Sean Grayson is charged with first-degree murder in Massey's death. He is pleaded not guilty and remains in jail. Antonio Romanucci is another family attorney.
We have been relentless in our quest to look for legislative change.
Massey's death led to questions about the hiring process for law enforcement. Grayson worked for 6 police departments in 4 years. Massey's family now pushing for legislative changes. The Sonya Massey bill would change how law enforcement applicants are reviewed before they're hired. Another bill would strengthen background checks. Massey was the mother of 2. Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Thanks to Regina.
Okay. First place, this race soldier. As
the
we
agreement between
stated,
lawyers for Sonya Massey's family and attorneys representing Sangamon.
I got like 2 more clips to play on this subject.
Okay.
But if it's quick, you can get it out. But I got like 2 more clips I was going to play on this very
okay,
subject.
no, the only thing I was going to say is, okay, the only thing I was going to say is that they need to be suing, get all his assets, strip him ass naked, even the shitty drawers that he's wearing. You see what I'm saying? Put him up for an auction. He can go out and sell his ass for all I care. You know what I'm saying? And put him over there in San Francisco. He'll probably feel real at home. You see what I mean? And excuse my language, ladies, but fuck him. I know no other way to say it, because this was a murder. This was a murder.
Pot of hot water. He shot and killed her because she threw a pot of hot water on him after she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus."
Yeah, I don't even think, man, she made it to throw the water.
She went to make that motion and then pop, 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 pop.
Yeah. Now, if they would have shot her in the leg, if they just would have took out their nightsticks, hit her upside the head, okay.
It was my understanding that she was asked to move the water from the stove so that it wouldn't burn. And she was going to move the water, but she wasn't going to hit him with it. She wasn't going to hit him with it. And he blew her head off anyway. I wasn't told, because I seen it when it first came out. I saw the whole video when it first came out. She wasn't going to hit him with the water. She was going to move the water.
Turn it down.
Technically, they could get it to do.
They could have turned it down for her.
Yeah.
She called them for help because she was talking about
she suspected a burglar
in the backyard, so she called them for help, and she ended up losing her life.
Yeah, and then, to quote a friend of mine who told me many years ago, is that when you call these race soldiers, you don't know who or what that you are calling.
Just know you're calling in your murderer if you're black.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You know what I mean?
I know whenever I was in a situation where I felt like my life was in danger, whenever I called the cops, they did a turnaround on me and made it seem like I was the issue and that everything was wrong with me.
Yeah, they'll do that with the quickness, and they tried to do that with her, and she ended up losing her life.
Yeah.
That's not right.
No, it's not. It's
not
murder.
Right.
It's murder with special circumstance, and as Brother Che knows, because he's more schooled in law than I am, each state is different. You see what I'm saying?
He deserves a death penalty for that. He deserves a death penalty for that.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Illinois still does have the death penalty. I think Illinois still has the gallows for your ass.
Yeah, so it's one of the 18 remaining states that still have it.
Yeah, in Utah, they got the firing squad for you.
Yeah.
San Quentin, they got the gas chamber.
Yeah. And the lethal injection, too. They did, that's how they did Stanley Chicky Williams.
Yeah, and also, too, the brother they did in Missouri, too, recently that we did a story on a few weeks back.
Marcellus Williams.
Yes. And the man kept saying that he's innocent. Okay. And then after they executed him. Yeah, and then after they killed him, they found out that there was enough evidence to take it back into court. So the person who signed that order to execute him was the governor, and the governor belongs in handcuffs for murder too.
Yep, but Missouri ain't gonna do it.
Well, of course not.
In a perfect world, yeah, he definitely deserves to be in handcuffs.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Let me finish this clip, y'all.
All right.
Sangamon County was approved unanimously last night. And while attorneys say that they are pleased with the $10 million award, they also say what they want is institutional change. A tearful James Wilburn, the father of Sonya Massey, says his heart is heavy.
This is my daughter's.
Of course, that was his child.
Birthday. She would have been 37 years.
Conference in which attorneys representing the estate of Sonya Massey announced a $10 million settlement with Sangamon County officials. Attorney Ben Crump calling this the first step in getting full justice for Massey, who was fatally shot in her home last summer by a sheriff's deputy.
We want civil accountability, criminal culpability, and we want legislative changes.
It was last July when Massey, who suffered mental challenges, 911 reported Sister Patel, the mother of two, was shot and killed in her kitchen by ex-Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson. Attorneys say Grayson, who's now charged with first-degree murder, worked for 6 police departments in 4 years and had some disciplinary and legal problems.
We need changes to how law enforcement officers are trained, how they're hired, and how much information must be shared between departments so that these wandering, untrained, undisciplined, and unprofessional officers do not move from town to town.
And that's what two proposed bills address. A state senator and state representative both introducing legislation calling for more robust background checks for law enforcement officers.
The State House and the State Senate have introduced the Sonya Massey legislation so that this kind of tragedy can never happen to anyone else again.
Sean Grayson remains behind bars, and as for now, no trial date has been set.
Hey, be sure to put him in the mainstream population.
No trial date has been set.
Then we'll put him in the general population.
What do you mean no trial date has been set? What the hell?
Yeah, see, that's the act of Shaitan. That's the act of Shaitan. That's the devil. That's the devil.
Yeah, what they try. Yes, ma'am. It is. And what they're trying to do is get their lies straight. That's what it is.
Yeah,
they're getting their lies straight.
It's all on camera. What you gonna say? The camera live. The camera. You can see what you're seeing.
And the film is going to be altered when it goes to trial. We already know that.
And then the family. Come on, family. Look what it was. The state sanctioned your daughter.
Yeah, and then keep in mind in Los Angeles is that they even had cases where cops was taking off their body cams and taking off the cams that they had on the police cars.
Yeah, well, they can turn them off and on. They can turn them off and on whenever they feel like it. They have no mandate where they got to keep them on. I mean, we tried to push for that in 2020, but you see how that went. We didn't even get the police commission off. Police oversight commission. That biting and
which is a joke. Yeah, which is a joke.
Still ain't got the George Floyd policing act. But still ain't got the George Floyd.
Exactly. Yeah, you see. You know, it was just.
Lady Che, did y'all have any quick thoughts on that clip I just played?
I'll let Lady Che go since I just responded. Go ahead.
Cool. All right. Thank you. I think that well, I can't talk very loud. I think that first of all, that was a quick turnover. Secondly, they always say they want fucking judicial change and whatever, and nothing ever happens with that. Ben Crump is a fucking ambulance chaser. 10 million, Jesus Christ. But not the fact that I just was tripping out on the fact that it was so quick. Because normally we've got to wait fucking forever and a day to see any kind of monetary gain. However, the whole is that once you take a settlement, we don't want to hear shit else. You know what I mean? Probably because, that's like the thing. I'm sure Crump talked him into. Sadly, that lady, I mean, the video was pretty clear the devil was in the fucking house. And he said what he said. He said was a follow through, and she died. And that shit is crazy. That is just crazy. The fact that all these white officers, they need to be They need to be held to all kinds of levels of asset forfeitures and all sorts of penalties, including prison time, if not same, same judgment, just because they'll never learn. They need a firm example.
Yeah, they need to be sequestered.
Yeah. Without a firm example, they'll never learn to think that everything's sweet, and they continue to go ahead and kill black people randomly because they have this alleged fear. But if you're a fucking police officer, what fucking fear are you supposed to have?
Right.
So it's a lie, right? If anything, don't ever call them. Like, it's got to be other methods and other means. Don't call them or fucking chill out.
You're right, Lady J, because you don't know what you call them when you call them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you call them.
That's true.
Know what's happening. And that's been true in all kinds of circumstances. So I'm glad that they got a little bit of bread.
Yep.
I don't know what kind of justice they're seeking after this. But as far as that man, he probably get a slap on the motherfucking wrist or probably get some jail time or whatever. He doesn't feel nothing. He won't feel nothing. So
no, well, they're gonna put him in Punk City, Lady J.
Yeah, but
they're gonna put him in Punk City. They're gonna PC him up.
He probably isn't feeling anything now. They don't feel anything, or they don't cry. They don't have emotions. So
yeah, he's in PC probably right now.
It just is. So,
yeah.
That's pretty much my thoughts on that particular incident.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
My thoughts on that is, well, I basically told you how I felt. I think that it's a setup for a bunch of bull. You know what I'm saying? Because $10 million is not gonna bring her back. It's not gonna bring her back. She's already gone. This happens to our people every day with the police. That's why I don't call them. If I get into a fight, I'm just gonna have to throw down because I don't call the cops anymore. I've been in situations they never helped me. They would just walk away, or they would act like I was the issue, like it was all on me, like I was wasn't the victim. And so I don't deal with them anymore because of that, because I'm not trying to go back to jail. I've been in jail for stuff that I haven't even done, and it's always been with the police. They try to say that I assaulted them or whatever. I may have, I don't know. There was one time I didn't remember what happened. I think I had a out of body experience where I saw God, and then I came back and I was home, and then I came back and said, "Well, you going to court?" They said, "Well, you going to court for assaulting the cop?" I don't remember what happened. All I know was that I had to go to court on some stuff that wasn't true. So I say that to say this: our people every day are dying at the hands of a gun from a cop, and I'm kind of sick and tired of it. I know one of the points that we have in point number 6 in the final call, and also you have it too, Brother Shabaka, in the Black Panthers paper. Point number 6: stop police brutality amongst our people. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. I'm tired of seeing our people dying every day for no reason and being blamed for stuff like what I've been blamed for, police assault or whatever. There's a difference between assault and defense. If I'm being attacked, I'm gonna throw down. I'm not gonna just stand there and get beat up and die in a fight, and I'm not gonna run. You know what I'm saying? Because self-defense saves your life. And that's not what I learned martial arts for. And they checking up on me because I got 4 black belts. So what? You know what I'm saying? I've been studying martial arts since I was a little girl. They got my whole record on stuff that I really did not do. But they don't like the fact that I'm skilled and that I can beat them down in 1 second. So they got me in record. They had Muhammad Ali record. They had everybody in record. Yeah. And I was just telling brother. Yeah, I was just telling brothers. Yeah, and I was just telling Brother Shabaka. They tried to draft me. That's against the law. You can't draft no Muslim woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? They tried to draft me in the military. I told them off. And he's like, "Well, I don't call you again." I said, "Yeah, don't call me again." Because I don't play that. Muhammad Ali didn't play that. He went to jail. So I just feel like it was totally injustice. You can't bring her back with $10 million. I mean, I don't know how they're going to find justice out of that. It's all big game and bull to me. That's my opinion.
Sequester. That's how every
and it is a game. It's systemic racism. You see what I mean? So when they come up there and say, "Well, Shabaka," just like on my Facebook page, Okay, hey, right on, win, lose. Yeah, don't work too hard, homie. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
I just think that there's I just want to say there's just no way of justifying that. There's no justice in that. There's nothing they can do. She's already gone. And this happens to a lot of our people every day. Every day on the news is the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
Right. I'm tired of it too. I'm like Fannie Lou Hamer with it. I'm beyond.
And then they try to,
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
And then they always try to justify it. Oh well, you see, he didn't know. Well, shut up. You know the reason why they say it like that is because they're white and they know that what he did was wrong. Don't try to justify something that you know was not right. It was not right.
Right.
And his partner was like, "Hey, you effed up. You forgot to turn your camera off."
Yeah, now that's the part that got me. You see what I'm saying? That's the part that got me. He forgot to turn his camera off. Okay, so that there comes up with another charge called conspiracy.
Yep, conspiracy.
Say,
conspiracy to commit murder. That was a hit. Sonya Massey's nephew, it was either her nephew or her uncle, had just got picked up by the police weeks prior to this, and they were
the plot thickens. Okay, the plot thickens.
So you got
just like what
you got
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got special circumstances and you got premeditation.
Yeah,
exactly.
and then like look at that story with what was that sister's name? The real pretty sister, that died. She was in her room or something like that. And they broke into her.
Oh, you talking about her kids?
And just shot her out of nowhere. She was just sleeping. Well, she was asleep at first, and then she woke up because the cops at her door, and they just slammed in there and just killed her for no reason.
Oh, that's Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, Breonna Taylor. She was beautiful. She was a beautiful black woman. I wonder if it was a female cop that envied her.
Yeah,
and then Sister had said, to put more with what you're saying, ma'am, is that they were at the wrong address. They went there intentionally to the wrong address. So that tells me, and I've only studied, concepts of criminal law, civil rights in the law, and business law. What's that, Brother Che? 9 units. Okay, so which means is they set her up. Then the punk ass attorney general of Kentucky, okay, what this Negro gets up here and says, oh no, I'm not holding them accountable. Okay, see, so this is why I say these black politicians running for office, I can't do it no more. You see what I'm saying? I can't do it no more because you black ass politicians do not represent black people. You go out there to every other group that you want to that you represent every other group, but you don't represent black people. Now, Asians, they take care of themselves. The Jewish community takes care of themselves. The dumpster, he takes care of his crew. But how come we're the only ones, okay, that do the exact opposite?
I'll answer that question.
Ma'am.
I'll answer that question. The reason is because we're the only people in history who were enslaved for so long that we lost all knowledge of ourselves. And we took on the spirit of the white man's mentality, the white man's soul, and the white man how he thinks. And when we took on that, we separated from our families, we separated from our kids, we separated from education, and we didn't know any better. The male and the female and the kids, and the children. And you know what? That really affected us. And so as we tried to relearn and restudy, we lost the knowledge of ourselves and God, and we have to sit up here trying to learn the white man's history. So now we acting like him. But see, the Asians, they didn't go through what we went through. The Native Americans, they went through it for a little while, but they didn't suffer like we did. No people suffer like we did. And so we're the ones at the bottom now. And we're just now waking up. And it's a shame.
Yeah, exactly. And then also too, that I've debated with white folk up here, on social media, when I showed them of how that they would have these lynchings of our people. They castrate the brother, Then they barbecued the brother. I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts that some of them stinking savages even went on and consumed his remains, because they would have the picnic, and let's connect some dots right here. Picnic.
I don't have picnics because of that.
They would announce it after church. There'll be a lynching of the Negro this afternoon. Don't forget to bring your
after church.
Yeah.
After church. After church. You're going to a room. So after church, you're going to take part in a mass homicide. You see what I'm saying?
And they sitting up there smiling and grinning while this black man is being lynched and burnt.
Yeah.
How can you justify something like that? How can you justify something like that happened to us?
You have to be
you know what I'm saying?
They can't, sister.
A psycho or a
it's an act wrong within itself, sister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's an act wrong within itself. You say, you know, when I was going to
California
University of Los Angeles.
Psycho and sociopathic people.
Yeah, and then they get upset when we talk. And then they get upset when we talk about it. Well, you're the one who did it. Your people are the one who did it. So don't blame me. Right. Don't blame me for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't blame me for slavery. My family owns slaves.
I didn't have nothing to do with that. That was so long ago. And then, Brother Che, you witnessed it too, Lady Che. You witnessed it too, Brother Hatsapshu, when we had Shabaka's back experience and hands up. You know, as that we sit up here and try to talk, and what they do, they overtalk us, so I had to mute them out. You see?
Yeah, they always do that because they don't have nothing good. Yeah, they always do that because they don't have nothing good to say.
Yeah.
No,
they don't have nothing good to say.
Is that they're trying to argue with undisputed truth and to play us for stupid.
Yeah,
exactly.
Shabaka, the next clip is.
I'm not dumb. I'm smart. I can handle things.
You're smart.
You ain't dumb. You just rich because you stole from us and you went to a college because they accepted your skin color.
Yep, because you have to complexion for the protection for the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, the protection in this nation for the protection and the collection, to quote the former heavyweight champ. Yes, sir, that is correct. And then during the night, with my inseminated ass, I'm up here arguing with this idiot about Muhammad Ali when he smashed.
Oh my God, you gotta stop arguing with them, Shabaka. They're gonna take your page. Because all they're gonna do is support you and say that you being violent and all this dumb shit.
Yeah, next thing you know, they're gonna call you a terrorist.
When they're the biggest terrorists on the planet, they've been terrorizing the planet since they came out them caves.
Exactly. Because that's their culture was Europe. That's their culture was Europe. That's the only country they ever owned.
Murder, death, kill, destruction, degradation, deprivatization, scarcity. That's their culture.
Oh, and by the way, glad you brought up your just here is hot off the on my desk that I saw during the night in my insomnia. Jack the Ripper.
Oh my God, you talking about he was akin to Black the Impaler.
Okay.
Impaler, who used to.
Okay, the name sounds familiar.
That's where they get Dracula from. He used to capture his victims and put them on a stake, and it'll go right through they a-hole, right through their mouth. And he
that is so disgusting.
Boy, talk about barbarianism. Those are barbarians.
That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with barbarians and savages. Just know, Black family. So prior to Sonya Massey getting killed, the next clip is about the dozens of civil rights complaints that were filed.
Okay.
So Gail's homegirl.
On a story we told you about last July. You remember this story, I'm sure. Sonya Massey. She was shot and killed in her kitchen by an Illinois sheriff's deputy after she had called 911 about a possible prowler outside her home. On Tuesday night, officials approved a $10 million settlement with her family. Now, this is the largest ever paid by Sangamon County. Immediately after Massey's killing, CBS News began to investigate the record
of that sheriff's office. We found this, dozens of civil rights complaints going back 20 years, some of them. Our national correspondent, Jerika Duncan, has a story and a warning here. Images in this story are upsetting.
I heard somebody outside.
In the wake of Sonya Massey's killing at the hands of a Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy last July, members of the community were outraged. The sheriff at the time was pressured to resign. A new sheriff, Paula Crouch, was appointed to lead.
I will do my best to hold my employees accountable and to make sure that they are following not only our policies and procedures, but the laws.
You're the devil
as well.
Over the past 6 months, CBS News obtained surveillance, body, and dash cam videos, crime scene photos, law enforcement documents, and court records related to more than 50 civil rights complaints filed by families in Sangamon County over the last 20 years, alleging false arrest, excessive force, and even death. We brought some of those people together to hear their stories, including Billy Greer.
When you saw that video, what was your reaction?
I thought that could have been me.
Yeah.
You thought that could have been
I thought that could have been me.
Yeah.
In 2022, Greer got a knock on her door by a different Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy, not the one who shot Massey.
They can criminally charge you for not...
I don't have to take his thing for you, sir. I already know the law.
Actually, you do.
When she declined to accept court papers for a relative, this longtime deputy followed her to an elderly neighbor's house where she was delivering food, and then he arrested her.
I thought, oh, he could easily shoot me.
You were scared?
I was terrified. At that point, I was terrified.
11 years before Greer was arrested for no reason, the same deputy pulled over Clifton Flagg and his then-girlfriend Tamara Scooby. She was tased twice.
Roll over, put your hands behind your back, you're getting it again. Roll over and put your hands behind. I hope your video is recording my voice. It is. 2 officers, 1 woman, tased her and continued to shock her as she lay on the ground.
Do you have any scars? Or?
I do. Yeah, 1 scar from where the taser went in the first time.
Scooby showed us documents in a federal lawsuit she filed.
What did the judge decide in your case?
That it was an unlawful use of force.
What did the sheriff's office do to hold that deputy accountable?
Absolutely nothing.
The deputy did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Greer and dozens of others also sued Sangamon County. In every case, the sheriff's office and the officers involved denied any wrongdoing, even in the cases where the county settled.
There's no repercussions for what these officers are out there doing. I don't care if somebody's breaking in my house. I would never call the police to come protect me.
So I don't think that there's any words that I can say. I think it's going to have to be actions.
We asked Sheriff Crouch why there seemed to be little accountability within her office and about the officer involved in Greer and Scooby's cases.
I can't explain to you what's happened before I came here.
Wait a minute,
but that
you
person's
damn
still here
sheriff,
working
and you don't have no
leadership.
explanation.
But I have always received any complaints against that person since I've been the sheriff.
Does this office have a policing problem?
I don't think that the sheriff's office has a policing problem. Do you run into
That's why I said recall.
bad employees? Probably every agency has had those people.
They have to put another one in like her.
The deputy who shot Sonya Massey, Sean Grayson, was charged with murder and has pleaded not guilty. He is in jail awaiting trial. For our investigation, though, we interviewed more than a dozen people who allege police misconduct in the county, and those allegations involve multiple deputies and correction officers, not just the 2 that you saw there in the piece.
That accountability question is a good one. Your actions will speak louder than words will see. But I remember that Sonya Massey story so vividly. How is the family feeling about this now?
You know, nothing will ever bring back their child, their mother. Yesterday would have been Sonya Massey's 37th birthday. So the family said it's bittersweet. I mean, obviously, the children are the ones that get the $10 million to try and help make their lives a little bit more whole. But it's a tragic case. And I think all of the media attention that this place has gotten as a result has allowed the sheriff's office to sort of take a step back and look at some of the things that they need to do to improve. But the family said this is really the first step in their journey for justice. They're looking at legislative measures as well as hopefully focusing more on that mental health piece. And also,
law enforcement and vetting their process as they get on those forces.
All right.
Oh Lord, they go. Oh boy, Dan. He married to a sister. They be giving him so much hell. Nate from the CBS NFL Today show. Shabaka.
Oh yeah.
It's just not right. It's not right. It's not right.
No, it's not right. And what you have here, ladies and gentlemen, and to our listening audience, please comment as well too. What you have here is state-sanctioned homicides of African people. Period.
Not to them. They all married to white women.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Every time I see that video, it brings me to tears.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because
oh yeah, absolutely. Same thing with Rodney King. Same thing they do with Eula Love.
I saw the devil in the video with it.
Yeah, yeah, we watched that video.
Same thing with Mario Woods.
I only know one race of people that can see the devil.
Mm-hmm. She said, "Away from me, Satan! Get behind me."
One race of people. It's us.
Yeah.
Beautiful in the name of Jesus.
I never.
Well, when you look at a culture that bred people like Jack the Ripper, Charles Manson, okay, yeah, the Boston Strangler, the Skid Row slasher. You see what I'm saying? The Zodiac Killer.
And then they wonder why we turn around and kill them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we got to go to jail because behind them. And then they want to know what's up. We're the terrorists.
We can't wait.
Yeah, the hypocrisy is real. Hey, Brother Che, is there any way that you could move that fair use part up there off of Sister Exception is blocking our screen?
I know, Shabaka. I have to put it up because they like to take the videos down for fair use violation. It's not purposeful. I'm just doing it so they don't take the video down because when I play certain clips, they'll be like, "Oh, it's right, this, and this." So that's why I have the disclaimers.
We got to go into San Mateo County Court, man. Yeah, because that's the only way, man, that we're gonna pull the reins on these.
Yeah, I should probably read it out so they'll stop fucking with us. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. So I had two more clips, but I think
okay, and I just want to say this here. Also, too, Sister had said in 1976, Muhammad Ali defended the heavyweight crown 4 times that year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right about that. You're right about that.
I mean, that was.
He just throwing facts out there, like.
That's what we do. What
does that got to do with the topic?
It's his experience. Remember, it's Shabaka's black experience. It's nobody else's experience. It's Shabaka's.
And I just want you to know.
Black experience.
And that stuff there that I've lived through, folks.
I lived.
Yeah.
I know what
I am 50 years ago. 50 years. And I was bad.
That's very wrong time.
50 years ago, back in my day, Sonny.
Goddamn, I leave, man.
Don't want to live long enough, young man. You be gumming grits and losing your teeth as well.
I got what's called. Hey, I got some grits from Jeff too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got some corn grits. I can't wait to eat them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and corn is good for you too. And then also too,
that's all I can eat right now, y'all. I just had a root canal done. So
take care of it. And then also too, ladies and gentlemen, start growing your own food because these processing plants is straight garbage. Okay.
Oh, let me say something about that. Let me say something about that because I went to a store one day and I was getting ready to get some tomatoes, right? And this one lady walks by me and she says, "Be careful with them tomatoes because they're implanting pig in the tomatoes."
Oh yeah.
What they do, they put them in the needle and they implant it in the actual tomato, and you can't tell that it's in there.
That's why you got to.
So so I grow my own food. I do.
Okay.
I'm a gardener.
Okay.
Oh, me too.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you and Jesse got something in common. Y'all can start. Yeah, you guys can start
I did not kill
food for us.
I did not. I told you she needs to be transplanted. I kept telling Lady Che she needs to transplant that plant. She had a little plant.
And then also too.
I called her Roberta. I took her home.
And then also too, looking at these ridiculous news shows. Okay, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Laura Coates did it again last night.
Laura Coates.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Well, it's official. The Sangamon County Board unanimously
agrees to pay out again, brother Che.
$1 million for the settlement.
She was
and
up there with a black leather piece on.
Not be raising taxes, and there will be no cuts of service to pay for it.
Interesting. So this is coming out of whose pocket? The taxpayers?
You know it.
Most definitely.
Resolution 17 Sangamon County will pay the Massey family out of its settlement fund, with additional money needed coming from county reserves.
To pay for this
county reserve
settlement, we will not be raising taxes, we will not be issuing additional debt, we will not be cutting services.
No. What you do, Mr. McFadden, is you go to that cop's bank account, get that money, go get all the real estate holdings.
Any of the settlement because the county doesn't have liability insurance. It's self-insured.
Oh
no! Self-insured route, and the cost of the liability insurance was really astronomical. It was better.
So they should be seizing his crib.
Sangamon County Council can now finalize details with the Massey family.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news.
They had a whole fund. They had a whole fund dedicated to this shit. They have a whole fund dedicated to this because they know they're in the wrong, and they stay in the wrong. You see, they had a whole pattern of that shit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Look at our state.
Well, they have a whole pattern of that. So to quote you again, Brother Paris, what you write about is white supremacy. Okay? So this is all what it is. See what you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, to our listeners out there, is that this is ingrained in the American ethos, the culture of America. This is ingrained in the culture of it.
In the fabric, literally in the fabric. People were breastfed off of racism and white supremacy.
Yes, sir.
The problem is white
She has agreed to
supremacy.
Yes.
That's the problem is white supremacy.
Yeah. And it has to be replaced with a system of justice guaranteeing that nobody's mistreated by the color of their skin, and those that need the most constructive help get it in a constructive manner. Shout out to Nelly Fuller Jr.
Yes, sir.
Last week, we will honor his memory by doing the work.
Yes, sir.
And keep in mind,
I agree.
And then keep in mind is that I saw a meme of pictures of Newton, of Dr. King, of the X-Man, and the meme says this as follows. Okay, it's up to the next generations because we are not coming back. We are gone. Okay, so we laid the groundwork and the framework. So put in the drywall, put in the installation, put in the plumbing. You see what I'm saying? You know,
we can do it. We did it before. We can do it again. We built whole communities during
yes, sir. And that's the only thing I can say good about Jimmy Carter, because all the way up until his 80s, him and Roslyn, they did get out of there with that Habitat
he was out there with Habitat for Humanity. He built some homes out here too in Globeville.
I just don't understand how they begging. I just don't understand how they begging for integration so much all the way up until now, 2025.
I know.
Every person that was all for integration, they killed. They killed Martin Luther King. They killed all of them. All of them that agreed to integration, they killed them all because they were black and asked for integration. And then two, I'm like, okay, how long have we been begging for integration? For over 450 some years since we've been enslaved here. Really longer than that. And now we still talking integration. It ain't gonna work. It should be separation from the white supremacists so that we can learn how to do for ourselves and learn about who we are, our culture, our struggle, our history, our God, who is a black man. I don't care what nobody says. They claim he's Jesus and that and the other, but Jesus was blacker than me. You know, so I'm like, okay, then you want to yell integration, but at the same time practice white supremacy. That doesn't mix. It just does not mix.
White Jesus to justify their debauchery.
Exactly.
And then it clearly says in the scriptures that he had the skin of burnt brass, his eyes was red as a flame, and he had the hair of lamb's wool. And there's only one group of people on this planet that fits this description.
He was blacker than me. He was a black man. A black man. And they got this white Jesus up there.
And he had the hair of lamb's wool. There's only one group of people on this planet that fit that description. But then you get these Reverend Ikes, you get these crooked ass pastors, you see what I'm saying? And that's another thing that we're going to start crumb bumming on, and I will. If you are the only pastors,
Did you save the Jack Leg Preachers episodes?
Oh, most definitely, man. That was the first one we downloaded. The Jack Legs and Pulpit Pimps was the name of it. Jack Legs and Pulpit Pimps. Oh, yes, ma'am. Because what had happened, Sister Hesep, shoot, New Era Detroit, and I got to get in touch with our sister in Detroit, Sister Badia. Okay. She turned me on to it, and it showed New Era Detroit. The pastor's up there looking sharp. Boy, I wish I could get me some suits like that with them tailor cuts on them, you know what I'm saying? And he's all diamond up and all that. They went up there on the pulpit. They snatched his ass. He says, no, man, you're going to start giving these people back their money today. Just like my bosses and good fellas. You paying today. You see?
You remember they robbed that one in Brooklyn? They robbed that pastor while he was giving the service. They robbed him and his wife while they was giving their sermon on stage.
Wow.
Pastor Bobby Long, he got robbed right during his sermon.
And as well as they should. Because you're sitting up there, you're lying to the people. Now, the only pastor who I will donate to will be the one who is out in the community, who has humble means. Now, what do I mean by humble means?
I have one that I know, and shout out to him. He's on code. We got him on code. And his name is Robert Davis.
All righty. Okay. And meaning humble means meaning he ain't got no $1,000 Taylor cut suit on.
No,
he ain't got no Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? That man there's got humble means. So which means is with him having humble means goes to prove that this is a man of God. Because
in the Quran it states that Allah loves those who walk the earth in humility, not those who flaunt what they got, but those who walk in humbleness.
Right.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
The Lord giveth, and the Lord can take it away.
Amen.
But if you up there like Reverend Ike, Reverend Ike, I'm talking about your crooked ass.
Oh my God.
Like T.D. Jakes, I'm talking about your crooked ass. You see what I'm saying?
T.D. Snakes, the power bottom. Oh my God.
Yeah, all that.
I have a question. I have a question real quick. Is T.D. Jakes that one brother that always says that he talks to God?
Yes.
Yeah, he said I had a conversation with God last night. He told me this.
It's either him or Flo Dollar. It's either him or Flo Dollar. Flo Dollar be doing that shit too.
Unconfirmed reports that T.D. Jakes likes men.
Oh, heck no.
They got rid of the Potter's house. We don't have the Potter's house here no more.
Now here's another one for you. Kenneth Copeland. I'm sitting up here looking at a picture of Kenneth Copeland in Nigeria, and he's got our brothers and sisters on their knees praising him. Now, one thing about the former president of Uganda, Dada, nobody fooled Big Daddy. He had white folks bowing down to him.
Yeah,
I
he
yield.
told
Go
me
ahead,
that.
Champ.
crazy.
Because
Okay,
you was trying to say something.
Go ahead,
I was
sister.
trying
Go ahead.
Lady Che.
I was trying to say that, that day of the inauguration, Jesse caught me listening to TV Jakes, right?
Yeah.
And, and look, man, I never see a shit come on regular television or the church channel ever anymore. And so I happened to be scrolling through the channels bored as hell, Black House, and I came across it, and it was like message, like sometimes the scripture was trying to tell you something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a message. As soon as Jesse walked in the fucking door, there was no social media to get this and you sign up or none of that shit. It was like it was on a commercial break. Jesse caught me watching. He's like, "Are you watching TV Jakes?" I was like, I had my hands up in the air. I was like, "Message, man." I caught the message. You're too late for the message. It wasn't meant for you, right? And he was like, talking shit. I was like, the message wasn't meant for you. The message was highly delivered at that moment. And right when TV, usually they got like a little closing, like social donate to this or whatever, right? Little commercial, and you have TV Jakes holding a book or some crazy shit, right? And it didn't happen. It was like radio silence, and they went to the next thing. I was like,
"Damn, Shabaka, you gotta deal with that fire alarm."
I was like, "God damn, man, you just
That church.
TV Jakes set
I mean, they got to change the battery in it. And they're
like,
supposed to be coming and inspecting this place this afternoon.
I was like, damn, man. He was like, what's the message about? And I couldn't tell him because he didn't catch the message. You know what I mean? The message was just for me.
They got rid of his church. You remember he had a church out here, Shabaka?
He's scandalous, but...
Who? TD Jakes?
Yeah.
He's entertaining once in a while.
He had one over there in the Crenshaw district, too, in L.A.
He used to have it off of Florida and Dayton.
He did a whole bunch of scandalous things.
Mm-mm-mm.
However, once in a while, when it comes on TV, if it ever comes on TV, it hasn't came on in a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. I mean, I can't even catch a crap little dollar.
I don't know who's worse, him or Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen.
Who, the Joker out of Batman?
But I was
just like the Joker out of Batman.
Joel Osteen is the devil. Anyway.
Yeah, he is. He straight up shut the church down during the hurricane.
When the people need the faith the most.
Like the Kirk Franklin thing, just once in a while, And I was like, gosh, this happened on the inauguration day. About the little message I got a half hour in. As soon as Jesse walked in, it was over with. I was like, dang. It never came back on again on the church channel. I was scrolling through regular cable, regular TV. And I was like, I kind of dig in once in a while, like just once in a while. Like it's not my thing, but once in a while it's quite entertaining.
Sister Hepsepsu,
yes, sir.
How long can you stay on? Because we're already at the hour.
I can stay on a little while longer. That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna move us to the next topic, and that is Eric Adams.
That scrub.
Big E is the shit, Shabaka.
Right now.
I told you he was gonna get off. I said either gonna pardon him or something of the sort, and now it's re-election season, and now he wants to get re-elected. So now he's trying to decide if he wants to be a Democrat still, or if he wants to be a Republican.
You gonna kiss that white ass?
Okay. Well, they two sides of the same coin.
Well, tonight the countdown is on for Mayor Adams to decide if he plans on switching to the Republican Party. He has until 5 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, earlier today, I spoke with the Republican chairman for the Bronx, who says that the mayor called him on Monday, obviously exploring this possibility. The chairman told the mayor that he did not have time for small talk, and he just laid it out for the mayor.
I cut right to the chase.
Mike Rendino is the head of the Republican Party in the Bronx. He says Mayor Adams called him Monday afternoon, obviously exploring the possibility of switching to the Republican Party to run for re-election.
I was very blunt with him. I said I didn't have time for pleasantries or to do dinner.
Instead, Rendino told the mayor that he has just two paths forward to have any shot of winning the primary election in June. One of those options involves what is called a Wilson Pakula
Yeah, they did
authorization.
all that
There's
cooning
two
for
ways
nothing.
that Mayor Adams can run. One is a Democrat with a Wilson Pakula, which is an authorization from Republican Party leaders to run as a Democrat on the Republican line. And the other is if he changes his voter registration by
New York
5 o'clock
ever had a
tomorrow.
Republican
That means
mayor?
the mayor has 24
Yeah.
hours to make a decision.
I told him he was not getting a Wilson Pakula, which is the authorization. It would be next to impossible for the party leaders
All
to
right.
sign off for him
See,
to run as a
puppet
Democrat
strings
in
he's
the
on.
Republican primary. His only choice is to change his voter registration and come back to the Republican Party.
Mayor Adams
Puppet
was a
string
registered
move.
Remember I
Republican
played that
back in the
speech right here?
1990s. Switching to the Republican Party would pit the mayor against Republican Curtis Sliwa, who will likely run for mayor again.
Oh,
It's
that's
his
the
only
mud.
chance.
That's
He
a
can't win a
guardian
Democratic
angel.
primary. His only
Yeah.
chance is to change Republican, and we welcome him to do that.
All right, now if the mayor does to the Republican Party by 5 o'clock tomorrow night, the next step would be starting the petition process and collecting signatures from registered Republican voters here in the city. Now, I'm told that he would need to get 3,750 signatures to be able to get on the Republican ballot, which I am told is doable. But publicly, the mayor has said multiple times that he is running.
He got to get 7,500 to even stand a chance. Yeah.
Can I respond? May I respond?
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, you're talking about the government. Second of all, you're talking about the White House. They ain't gonna let black people do nothing for all the black people in that White House. They ain't gonna let nobody up in there because that whole White House is corrupt. The government is corrupt. Everybody that's up there, black, white, red, brown, whatever, is in there for the money, the big G's, because they're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? And there's no
something is very wrong here.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do for black people. We'll do that. As soon as they get in, oh, well, you see, it's same thing happened to Obama.
Yeah, something is very wrong here. That judge, the Honorable Henry T. Fleming, deserves to go right straight to friggin' jail.
Yeah.
To quote Al Pacino in Justice for All.
Yeah.
And another quote.
They don't care. I'll tell you the same way that Michael Jackson said.
Hey, cut it out, okay? Cut it out.
Let me tell you the same way that Michael Jackson put in his song. They don't really care about us. Period. Point blank.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah. So my question is, do y'all think that Eric Adams is gonna switch his party alliance to the Republicans? And he's gonna
I got the $2 on it that I was gonna go see Chumley with down the street here at Pawn Stars.
I mean, if he let me comment. Let's say that he does get elected, right? Is he gonna do something for us?
No, he ain't.
Is he gonna do something for us? That's the point I'm trying to make. That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making.
You're saying
that's the point I'm making.
If he registers as a Republican, is he going to do something for us? Or if he stays as a Democrat, is he going to do something for us?
Either one, because I'm not with neither one of them.
Okay.
Personally, I don't think he should. I think that Trump don't have nobody in the White House that's like black, so that's one. Two, if he goes to become the mayor again, I mean, he's got to contend with all the shit that happened in this cycle. If he's gonna have to go, he's probably gonna be kissing a lot of white pats.
Yeah.
You know, to get that money and shit. He's got to fundraise too, which is terrible.
That's a lot of signatures,
That's a lot of signatures, and he's gonna have to have a list of registered, Republicans.
Oh, let me tell you how they're gonna get those signatures.
They got to do them right because, it's not
they're gonna do them right, Lady J. And let me show you how they're gonna do it. Let me show you how they're gonna do it right. Okay, the way they're gonna do it right, I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts that they're gonna be paying those signature gatherers anywhere from $10 to $15 a signature.
Mm-hmm.
That'll get them out there to do it. Yeah. 1,000 signatures, hey, it's $1,500.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
He's gonna have to get the van or whatever the Republicans use and get that list of voters.
Yeah. Well, Brother Che, the voter roll is public record.
Yeah, but you got to pay for it when you're a candidate.
How was he listening?
I just want. Yeah, I just think that politics is not set up to help Black people. Once you get in that field, it's just not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen for us.
It's not, sister. It's not. It's not at all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if it's not gonna happen, then we all gonna be equally miserable.
Exactly.
Well, that's the country we live in. I can't help it. I mean, no one cares about us.
Yeah.
And then if they do like have a little bit of care for us, they envious and jealous of our skin tone and the fact that we're Black. So they practice racism against us, and that's something that's going to stay until they pass on. You know what I'm saying? So our generation comes back up, and then you see nothing but just people like us. We start our rulership again, like we did in the first generation when we were first here. It was all Black people. They weren't even here, but as soon as they took over, they practiced white supremacy, racism, killing, missing, shedding the blood, and everything else.
Yeah,
they have no culture.
Lies, deceit, deceit, barbarism. You know, just to quote the heavyweight champion who said in 1974. Go ahead, sister.
If you study their history, all the history talks about is conquering, killing, and taking over a country.
Yep.
All the history talks about war, war, and war. That's all the history talks about. They have no culture whatsoever, and everything they have now they stole.
Yep.
Yeah. And then they figure that they come get with us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't having it.
Yeah, and don't even get me started on that there sister head shoes, because see, I'll be getting so pissed off I'll be wanting to slam my own laptop, and I don't want to do that, you know.
So in the latest developments, Shabaka, there's still more calls for Eric Adams to resign.
Okay.
What?
I mean,
I want to comment. I'll let you go, Shabaka, then I'll comment when you're finished. Go ahead.
Okay, like I said, Eric Adams is a crook. Okay, he don't see color, but you can best believe color sees his black ass.
No, he's seeing color when Biden put them charges on him. He's seeing color then.
Oh yeah, and so he's not going to do nothing for the Black community. But this hypocrite is going to go out there to the Black community with his prepackaged bullshit, because I saw Uncle Tom Bradley, the mayor of Los Angeles for 20 years, do it in 5 elections.
Damn, well, we've seen the Webb do it in 3 elections. We've seen Hancock.
Well, I was just going to respond to something that Brother Chase said. We don't have to be miserable because Eric Adams is not our answer to salvation.
No,
you know what I'm saying? No, I know. Go ahead.
I was just talking in terms of politics. Like, if we're not going to get nothing, then nobody else should get nothing either.
Yeah, and that's how they try. That's how they try to make it, and that's how we have people like Farrakhan sticking up for us, Muhammad Ali, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X. They all stood up for us. Even Martin Luther King. They all stood up for us to change that. They killed him. You know what I'm saying? I really believe that they killed Muhammad Ali some kind of way because they had him on all kinds of medication. You know, so they killed him.
They slipped it on him. No,
I think they did. I think they did.
Because what happened was in the fight game, when he has to go take his medical examinations for the fight, that's where they get him. You say, I don't think the cooks were in on it because all his cooks was NOI and fighters.
I know they didn't do that. Yeah, I'm talking about the white people did that to him. Now, I never thought that the nation or anybody Black did something like that. Never would I think that in a million times.
And then when he fought Sonny Liston the first time, the promoters were upset with him because, you know, he had NOI cooks in his camp. And so they told Ali, well, you got to get rid of the NOI. And Ali said, hey, man, it ain't happening. You see what I mean?
They did the same thing with Malcolm X when they came out with the movie. They lied and said the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X. That was a lie.
That was a lie.
The white CIA. The white CIA.
And the FBI killed him.
Yeah, the white CIA, the FBI killed him. Exactly.
Well, there's $100 million settlement right now.
Because El Issa,
El Issa.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I'm trying to remember his. Okay, Attila is his firstborn.
Attila.
Okay. Then Kubela was his secondborn.
Kubela, that's the one that found dead in the apartment.
Right. And then
Yes, sir.
I think Ilyusha is his third baby. Okay.
Yeah, Ilyusha, she's the one that is issuing the $100 million lawsuit.
Right. And then of course you do know when Malcolm was killed, you know, Betty was expecting the twins. The twins were born after Malcolm's demise. You see what I mean? And then keep in mind, too, is that the first time that Mrs. Shabazz came and spoke about her husband was in 1967. And the place she spoke at was in San Francisco. And the security detail for her were the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Aisha looked just like her daddy, too.
Oh, yeah. And so did Attila. You know what I'm saying? You know, his first baby.
Yes, sir.
And then of course we did discuss the lecture and the discovery that Dick Gregory had made in regard to the assassination of Malcolm X, and also too into the murder and assassination of Dr. King. You see what I mean? It was conspiracy. You see what I'm saying? Then of course, too, when the heavyweight champion at that time was getting influential, then of course they went up there and hit him with draft evasion.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because he was too influential.
All right. Calls Mountain to get Eric Adams out.
Okay. Boy, and that sister looks real cool in that snow.
Who was appointed by the Trump administration, who quit, saying that she can't carry out the order of the Department of Justice to drop this criminal case against the mayor. In a resignation letter, Danielle Sassoon told her boss she could not, in good conscience, carry out the directive to drop the criminal case against Mayor Eric Adams. Sassoon, a Republican appointed by President Trump, didn't bring this case against Adams. That was U.S. Attorney Damian Williams, who stepped down after President Trump took office. But Sassoon believes Adams is guilty, saying, I'm confident that Adams has committed the crime.
Yeah.
And rather than dismiss the case, her office was set to pile on more charges
for
allegedly destroying evidence and lying to the FBI. Sassoon went on to detail what she calls a quid pro quo, in which Adams' attorneys allegedly offered full cooperation with
Let's make a deal
in exchange for prosecutorial immunity. After the DOJ directed the corruption charges be dropped, the mayor had a meeting with immigration czar Tom Homan, allowing access into Rikers Island to look for undocumented criminals, but not allowing access to schools.
Well, they should have booked his ass in Rikers Island.
Renewed calls for the mayor's resignation from a slew of elected officials. Governor Hochul
is
the only person that has the power to remove Adams from office.
The allegations are extremely concerning and serious. Yes. But I cannot, as the governor of this state, have a knee-jerk, politically motivated reaction like a lot of other people are saying right now. I have to do it smart, what's right, and I'm consulting with other leaders in government at this time.
I believe the president was clear and the incoming attorney general was clear. We're going to stop weaponizing our systems against Americans. No American should have had to have gone through what I went through. No American.
No, because he told them they got to get the hell up out of city.
Fool, do you know how many kangaroo courts I've been in?
Because I understand that during this fantastic 11-minute interview that everyone at home should watch when they have the time, he told you that he didn't even read the order from the Department of Justice that's been affecting his life for over 15 months now. He says he's got a lawyer to do that, Alex Spiro. He says he's focused on running this city and his reelection, which he also confirmed a lot of speculation that he may switch parties, but he confirmed that he'll be doing it as a Democrat this time around.
Yeah, it's very interesting because there was those words without prejudice in that memo, which meant the charges could come back at any point. I was very surprised to hear him in that moment say that he did not read the memo at all. This timeline is fast moving, and yes, because of all of this, there have been swirling rumors that he would potentially run as a Republican. He said there is no world in where he sees that happening. Of course, that was then, Cal. And a lot of people calling for his resignation or for the governor to remove him. To be determined what the future really looks like. So fast moving.
With a new development in the race for New York City mayor, the U.S. Justice Department isn't saying whether it intends to draw. Despite sagging poll numbers, though, Adams says he's still in it to win. And then the wild card remains.
This is obviously before they drop the case.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So he's supposed to be going against Cuomo.
No.
Will former Governor Andrew Cuomo jump in? News 4's Melissa Russo dives into the mayor's race.
Who started the stupid rumor that I was stepping down on Friday?
Reappearing after a health scare, a re-energized Mayor Adams. His message at an interfaith breakfast Thursday aimed in part at calming concerns within the base that helped elect him.
Let me tell you why people are angry.
Huh?
Because finally one of you is in charge of the city.
But the mayor was also staking his ground as rivals ramp up their campaigns.
They say prayers, they do everything they can. Is he going yet? No, he's not.
One potential rival who's been working his way through the city's black churches is former Governor Andrew Cuomo.
It's election season again.
He's not saying it publicly, but Cuomo is waiting in the wings. The former governor and his associates have been discussing their strategy for possibly entering the mayor's race with several sources, including Reverend Al Sharpton.
And I think that we've got to be very careful.
What that Negro is saying right there ain't even worth listening
before
to.
the body's dead.
Sharpton says Adams should not be counted out.
And so when you say that we
Go
have
put
to
a
have
banana in your mouth, Al.
can you explain
Go
that
wave your
dynamic
rainbow
to
flag
us?
and go put a banana in your mouth.
I think that Andrew Cuomo's in a position where he has to.
Al,
it is
what you saying is ain't even worth listening
has
to.
to prepare to run, but not look like he's pushing out
your bobblehead ass.
second black mayor.
Andrew Cuomo didn't care much about black New Yorkers until he got into trouble.
Even though Cuomo is not a declared candidate, a new ad campaign is already working to block him in the black community and beyond.
Like, we'll forget that he said President Obama couldn't shuck and jive his way through a presidential campaign.
Oh, and what about the sex scandal that cost you your job?
The anti-Cuomo campaign is produced by a group calling itself United for a Brighter Tomorrow, whose donors are not disclosed. Cuomo has denied wrongdoing. His spokesman responded in a statement saying, "This is all premature, but New Yorkers aren't stupid," calling the ad sponsors extremists, crediting Cuomo with taking on the KKK and delivering billions to public housing. And now there's a similar pro-Cuomo ad campaign in the works, led by some of his longtime associates, according to emails reported in the New York Times. Adams is not the only one in the race launching preemptive strikes against Cuomo.
It has been offensive. It has been frustrating to see Andrew Cuomo come into our sacred spaces, and then when he was up in Albany, make cuts to our hospitals.
He was the best governor, and I can say it out loud, but that has nothing to do with running the city of New York.
Who would you choose?
Mayor Adams.
We're living in a day and time where there are no squeaky clean candidates.
Harlem Reverend Johnny Green says he thinks Cuomo accomplished a lot as governor.
I don't think that New Yorkers are going to base this on race as much as they're going to look for competency.
We asked Reverend Sharpton if he thinks Mayor Adams has lost black race.
That colorblind shit, 10, 20 years from now, we will only have our own selves to blame for our demise. As long as we got idiots like this right here.
Sharpton says he wants to wait and see what happens with the mayor's criminal charges before deciding whether he would back Cuomo.
When he was facing impeachment in Albany, Reverend Sharpton, you said at the time that you felt he could no longer effectively govern, and that if you were in his shoes, you would resign. What, if anything, has changed?
The fact that we just elected a president.
As bad as our people need up like politicians
so it's not that Cuomo has improved, it's that the rules have changed.
The rules and the climate.
Take down the red, black, and green, Al. You don't believe in it. Don't insult us like that, Al, with your bobblehead ass.
So
go put a banana back in your mouth, trick.
Melissa Russo.
Go wave your rainbow flag. Go to San Francisco. You'll feel right at home. No good song.
Next. The antics of Elon Musk's adorable son, X.
Oh, this little bastard.
All right, Shabaka, what are your thoughts on not this little bastard yet? What's your thoughts on Eric Adams?
He belongs in jail. Straight up. He deserves to go right straight to friggin' jail. Walk the concrete. Have them look up your ass. Stand naked with 35 men off in the damn jumpsuit line where you got to put on your county boots. Yeah, have them go through
that. But for what, Shabaka? He didn't do anything. All he did was say, Biden, I'm not taking no more illegals over here.
Man, look, bobblehead, Eric Adams, they need to walk the concrete, man. Just for impersonating that they are good people. It's called fraud.
Yeah. Remember, the lawfare charges will come until we told Biden, hey, I'm not taking no more of these migrants. I thanked you 3 times for funding. You refused to fund me, so I'm done with you. And here we go. Oh, it was taken while he was running for mayor. His campaign contributions are questionable.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question. Do you see any Africans in that picture that you have right there, bro?
No, I see nothing but crocodile.
Exactly.
I see a baby Hitler and a grown-up Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Sister Hesepsu, what are your thoughts on Eric Adams?
I never liked the guy.
You didn't like
Right.
That's just a personal opinion. I never liked the guy.
Yeah.
Right.
I just don't care for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whatever he's saying, Sister Hesepsu, ain't even worth listening to. And keep in mind that for me to make a statement like that about another man, he has had to have thoroughly ticked me off, which he has. Right. And you remember Brother Che? Yes, ma'am.
And then I think that he's just another house Negro trying to make a buck.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
And a former piggy. He was a pig for the NYPD for like what, 20 years?
Yeah, he rose to the rank of captain, just like Uncle Tom Bradley in Los Angeles was the LAPD's first black lieutenant, and he spent most of his career going up and down, beating the shit out of black people on Central Avenue.
Yeah, I don't like the guy.
That means he was working under Giuliani. He was working under Bloomberg. He was working under Dinkins. Was he working under Dinkins?
Yeah. Because I think Dinkins was the mayor of New York before Giuliani had came in.
And then he was working for another one, but de Blasio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lady Che, what are your thoughts?
I mean, he should have been punished for asking for help. He was a sanctuary city. And, after it got too much to be, which, he was already fucking off his people. Like, he had black people that were living fucked up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he
did. And so when the when the influx happened, he put them all in nice ass hotels. Remember, I was like, oh, black people, so you're fucking a foreign immigrant. Get up in there too.
Yeah.
But when he did a lot to evade a lot of shit. When he went out to ask for help, though, you would have thought that he would have guided, but he didn't, and so he had no other recourse but to do whatever he had to do for that. You know what I mean? I think that him running for mayor again doesn't really matter what side he takes. It doesn't really. I mean, it's not going to help him anyway. I mean,
no.
Especially if you're going up against one of the Cuomo's, the white supremacists easily forget what old boy did, but won't, forget what Eric Adams did. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, he didn't do anything wrong. He's still a black man in America. He's still the person. But how he got off of that, what Trump pardoned him, so that's why he thinks he needs to go back to be a Republican or something. I don't know. I didn't really get to hear the whole thing, but I'm just saying, like, why? If you're a Republican, was it beneficial? Was it not? You know, I don't really think that his side right now is really going to be all that beneficial to him, because just look how Trump did the black Republicans, you know, before he got into office. Look where the black Republicans are now, as to where they're not. You know what I mean? So,
I agree. I agree. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And then this little rascal right here.
Right. Oh,
Lord have mercy.
Oh, happy day when Jesus was.
Yeah.
They dropped the charges on him.
Yeah.
So he paid off somebody, man. He went and paid off somebody, man. New York, one of the most corrupt political cities like Chicago and San Francisco and Oakland and Cleveland, Milwaukee, let's say Buffalo, New York, you know what I mean?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Detroit.
Yep.
You know? See,
you guys, excuse me for a few seconds, okay?
Pittsburgh.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, sister. Okay.
And then also too, is that what's happening is of how they bumping our heads, Brother Che, again. Okay. Talking about this dude with this black jacket on over there is an African. That's one of the biggest jokes I ever heard.
Right. All right. So was that your final thoughts on Eric Adams, Shabaka? You said he deserves
Yes, sir. He deserves to go right straight to friggin' jail to walk the concrete in the general population.
So don't collect $200. Just go straight to jail.
Go right straight to friggin' jail. Yes, sir.
And what is he being charged with again?
As far as I'm concerned, they need to go on and charge him with dereliction of duty, bribery, conspiracy, hit his ass with some felonies.
Yeah, they were charging him with bribes. He was getting bribes. He got free plane tickets,
bribe,
the world,
free hotel rooms and 5-star hotels, another bribe.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I think they sent that clown out here to Las Vegas one time too.
It was tourism. It was a gift.
Yeah, gratuity.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He ain't supposed to be taking no gratuities. And then, of course, Brother Che, as you and I both had witnessed, and we had commented on it, when he got elected mayor the first time, he walks past the black community where the sister asked him, hey, man. And the sister asked him and said, hey, fool, what are you going to do for the black community? He didn't say nothing. So if he cannot address issues for the black community, like Uncle Tom Bradley of Los Angeles.
It looks like he got the black community support, though, Shabaka. That's the funny thing about it.
Yeah, I think somebody's being bribed somewhere, man.
Yeah.
I think so.
You see all them black people he has standing lately, he been having nothing but black people standing around him.
Okay, well, man, guess what they got that I witnessed in Oakland one time? Crisis actors.
Oh my God! Now we're doing the Alex Jones thing.
Yeah, crisis actors, man. Because I think I did a live feed from Oakland where they was doing the protest, man. And I looked at these fools, man. They looked like they was extras out of LA. Okay, going around there on cue, being led around by some Caucasian man with a cell phone. You see what I'm saying? Just like sheep. You know what I mean?
Just like
going to slaughter. That's why I appreciated Kat Brooks, and I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to get Miss Brooks. I met her.
I gotta see she's on Twitter, Shabaka.
Yeah, you know.
I think I looked, but I didn't see her last time I looked.
Okay, well then maybe Kat, man, had probably retired. You know what I'm saying? Because she did put in a lot of work, man.
She was really on Facebook though. Remember, I used to tell you she used to go live a lot on Facebook.
Yeah. And one time she was on there with W. Kamal Bell. Remember him? Yeah, and if I ever bump into Mr. Bell in Oakland, I'm gonna have to, and I'm gonna record it too. I'm gonna say, "Hey, Mr. Bell, I got some issues with you, man." You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna probably say, "Well, what's your issues?" First issue with you, Mr. Bell, you sitting up here wearing black leather jackets. You go down there and meet with the Ku Klux Klan, and you tell them that you got a white wife. You got a white wife. Okay, which is your business. But please do us the honor and the respect of removing the black leather piece, because you misrepresenting symbolism.
Right. Well,
Cat Brooks. I met Cat. Yes, ma'am.
I was going to say, speaking of KKK, you know, most of the police officers out there are either ex-KKK members or are present KKK members.
Remember the FBI came out with a report back in 2006 that said that 90%, 80 to 90% of the country's police departments have been infiltrated by white supremacists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's true.
And that's why they do what they do.
That
explains it.
Yes, ma'am. And then, of course, as we know, they're race soldiers. They evolved from slave patrollers. It's like I'm saying, Brother Che did an excellent expose on that, on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. They wear them badges that say slave patroller. Then just like what happened with Biddy Mason, that Brother Isaiah brought my attention to. And he said, "Hey, man, you out there, this is in your neck of the woods, give us some feedback," which I did. Okay, Biddy Mason was brought to California as a slave, working in the gold mines, getting the gold for her white master from the great state of Texas, down there good and bud. So they crossing the desert heading back to Texas through LA County.
Yes, sir.
So the sheriff of Los Angeles County had asked her status. She stated that she was a slave. So the sheriff of LA County told the slave master, "Hey, man, you're going to have to go back to Texas by yourself. She's free in California. She doesn't have to leave here." And Brother Isaiah brought it to my attention where she started her businesses right there in downtown LA on Spring Street. And Spring Street is where LA City Hall is at. You know? And if anybody remembers the old Superman series out of the 50s, the building that was they called the Daily Planet, that was Los Angeles City Hall.
Oh, okay.
Been in there many a times. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and the Twin Towers as well.
Twin Towers. I've been in Twin Towers. They over there on Boucher Street. That's where they had OJ at.
So moving along,
Menendez brothers.
We got the Musty man and his son.
Oh yeah. So we got Stinky and Little Stink right there. Okay. Musty and Funky. Take your pick.
So,
okay.
Musty and Funky. Funky told the dump to hush his mouth. Told him to shut the F up.
So little man went up there and told the orange dude to shut the F up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He told him right. Okay.
Bad child. Look, that's him. That's him telling. Look, the dump is looking dead at him. Elon looking somewhere else.
Talking to the press, feeding them a bunch of lies, garbage, and prepackaged bullshit.
The antics of Elon Musk's adorable son X in the Oval Office were charming, but the boy's mom was not amused. He should not be in public like this, she says on social media. The singer Grimes was responding to a fan who complimented her son's manners. Lil X was very polite today. You raised him well, the fan says. To which Grimes responded, "I'm glad he was polite, sigh." Grimes and Musk have 3 children together, but are no longer in a relationship. Musk has a total of 12 children with 3 different women. But it's Lil X who he seems to spend the most time with. They've been inseparable of late, from Mar-a-Lago to the halls of Congress. The two clearly have a special bond, and it was on full display at the Oval Office. Trump also seems to enjoy the little guy's company.
X, are you okay? This is X. and he's a great guy, high IQ. He's a high IQ individual.
The 4-year-old got super restless during the 30-minute press conference. He began picking his nose, digging deep under the watchful eye of the president, a major germaphobe. And then, did he dare? Did he really? Yep, he wiped his boogers on the Resolute desk. He plopped on the ground, jumped back up again, took aim at the reporters, climbed on his dad's shoulders, and stuck his fingers in his ears. But the world's richest man kept cool and carried on.
Hey, stop that.
That's the only time he told him to stop. That kid was doing the most. Yeah, he was using that kid as a human shield. Now, y'all know I did a Nazi salute, so don't come for me. So, what are y'all quick thoughts on what you seen?
I thought it was absolutely disgusting, man. I'm about to vomit my coffee. With his little uncouth ass.
Motherfucking baby kid for real. Like,
it was a white person.
Can you give him a tissue? I mean,
no,
like father, like son, like father, like son. You know, they are what you teach them. Like that, you know, that's what they grow up to be.
That's cracker shit.
Yeah, born little boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how they raise their children.
And also, too, Sister Head Substitute, it is a grave insult to refer to that boar with an honorable title of
That's an African American. So he named his baby.
No, sir.
I didn't like that either. I didn't like that either.
Boar. That is not an African American. That is a boar. Have him bring his lily white ass out here with me, saying about 4 months from now, and stinky bird. Let's sit out there in the sun together.
Let me say something. First of all, Elon Musk is crazy for calling his son Little X, and then at the same time gonna give a Nazi salute. Yeah. You know, you're crazy in the head. I mean, what are you thinking? One day you want to be black, the next day you want to be a white supremacist. Which is it? And then he calls himself an African.
He got
come on now.
Insult.
Blame it on the
That's an insult. That is an insult.
To our ancestors. That is also an insult to the memory of King Shaka. Okay.
Yes.
An insult to
Malcolm X.
His Majesty Malcolm X. Also to His Majesty King Setwayo. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because King Setwayo was the king of the Zulus in the 1880s. Okay, at the end of the Zulu War. Queen Victoria had told him that the reason why we cannot give you back your land because your king Shaka, okay, although he died 60 years before you, okay, his spirit still lives. That's what they fear was his spirit that still lives. Same damn thing with the Black Panther Party. Same thing with the Nation of Islam. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
This is why they flood our communities with drugs, tell our women that the best thing that they could do is go out here and commit acts of prostitution. You see what I'm saying? Land with cave beasts. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You see? Then what happens is they give the sister diseases, then she come off in the black community, spreading it to the brethren. Like this sick ass commercial I see out here in Las Vegas. Cave be sitting at the table. Got a sister over there across the table. Got some type of cream or whatever. You know, oh, come on, let's go. The bed wench is the one that says, come on, let's go. And keep in mind, when that cracker goes upside her head, she had just put every black man in her family in jeopardy. Her sons, her brother, her father, her cousins.
One time, and this white, she was with a straight up white supremacist, and the dude was like looking at us crazy because he was looking at her like, "Why are you with this cracker?"
Yeah.
That's a good question. That's a good question, though. That is a good question.
And then I even had on my social media of a white girl telling me
Crew's in the building.
My wife is black and she says
hold on,
you're a
I
racist.
gotta ask Crew something real quick. Crew, do you know the estimated time of the package arrival? Because I gotta leave Lady Chase, the dollhouse, to get to the Black House to get that.
Black First Family. Hey, Crew, what's going on with you, brother? How you be? How you be? How you be? All right,
Peace.
Crew, you know. Okay, and then too, is that so when our sisters go out here and bed, just like our men folk who go out and buck winch, you are literally putting your whole family in jeopardy. Okay, to quote a scene from a movie, it takes 6 guys to carry a man to his grave, and it only takes 1 woman to put him there.
Go ahead, Lady J.
You
got something to say, Shabaka. Go ahead, Lady J.
As far as Elon is concerned, like, nobody has any control over him. He's just doing what he wants. I bet he's using that kid as a fucking Ray. I bet he's using that kid as a fucking human shield.
Hey, Crew. That's right. Black First. That's right.
Him crying wolf to Trump only got the backfire of that with the South African Africanos or whatever the fuck they call them. Well, they didn't want to leave.
Afrikaners.
Yeah.
Africanters.
No thanks.
Should be Africanters. They can't be African.
But it wasn't gonna work. They didn't want to. They obviously have more nefarious purposes. And you know, so little by little, I mean, like this is a matter of time. You know, like in our city.
Okay.
But,
all right, I'll have to check it after the show.
But you know, like the thing is that, like, you know, until somebody has the balls to strip him of some shit, like his funding or whatever he does.
He's a welfare whore.
I'm just saying that until somebody has the balls to start auditing him and his shit.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a complete villain in everybody's stuff, every you know country's affairs, you know, and some countries aren't having it, but however this country right here is starting to look real shitty when you start taking away Medicare, like in our Medicaid, like in our state, you know what I mean? Read an article already, and I'm like, God damn, man, I just renewed.
That's why I'm glad I got my procedure done when I did.
You know what I mean? I just renewed it, and like I'm trying to hurry up and stuff all these little medical stuff in where they do all that crazy shit. But then I'm like, this is gonna be really bad. This like, in a sense that, you know, we could weather some storms, but there's a lot of things that are just he should not even be looking at. He should never have been looking at. But you know, our shit was never safe in the first place.
Right.
You know, we were living under like the
illusion of inclusion
that it was safe. They've had these our information just floating around. They sell it on everything. You know, every time you get a phone, your information gets sold. You know, everything's just a money grab. It's a big money grab. And even like them DNA testing kits, money grab. Everything's a money grab. And nothing is there to actually help the benign neglect, you know, or anybody on the bottom. So anything like that they're talking about now is almost like virtue signaling to Black Americans to try to get upset and get involved. And I don't even think I really don't think that we have anything to get involved in. If they were going to take it, we already knew they were going to take it. Nothing lasts forever. I mean, just look, the boar took my shit off of that channel, right?
Off that platform, yeah.
I'm off that platform for real, permanently.
Well, hell of a thing.
Right? Because they won't answer my questions, so who knows, right? And then my channel too is like seeking all these strikes and stuff. I'm like, man, you know, it leads to that, you know, I can't
interesting, bro.
I can't find nowhere else. I don't know where else to go or what's supposed to, because we're so linked up with this, you know. So anything else is like starting brand new.
Okay, Crew, could you be more specific on that, sir?
So he's talking about the DNA the DNA, the haplogroup in the R1 of the DNA code. He's saying that there's a certain one that's found in us, meaning FBA, but it's not in Africans.
Right. And I'm not sure about all that, but
my theory on that's probably the contamination from the raping white slave trading pedophiles.
Exactly.
Contamination. Yeah, that'll be contamination. So that's a contaminant.
It's just something that just upset people. Like, I think that they sell your information back, fucking China. So
he said it's not Europeans either.
Well,
he said it's not Europeans either.
Maybe we're magical.
We are exceptional people. That's what Dr. Claude Anderson said. He said we are very exceptional people.
I'm glad.
Okay, let me ask you this here, crew. Is it a disease?
No, it's a gene. It's a gene in your genome, in your DNA sequence.
Okay, how reliable is DNA?
Facts. That's my question. Because everything could be manipulated.
Like you have codes in your DNA that they can turn off and on. Like they got this shit where they're doing that what is that shit called? That no, the test tube thing.
The DNA, RNA,
gene splicing, and it's what they were promoting at the DNC. Remember when they was promoting that shit at the DNC?
Oh yeah.
All the stuff we've known about.
The artificial insemination.
We've been like ignoring it.
They have this thing where they have these designer babies. So they manipulate the DNA and they turn certain codes off so people can't catch cancer and other ailments that run in their family.
No, it is a genetic marker specific.
Not the crying Indian ones. That was Sicilian. He was really a Sicilian. You remember that commercial they used to air back in the 70s, Shabaka 70s and 80s, where they would have crying Indian, and they would show this dude that was supposedly a Native American that was always.
Oh, you talking about about the trash? His name was Iron Eyes Cody.
Yeah, Iron Eyes Cody. Yep. Iron Eyes Cody, he wasn't even Native American, y'all. He was Sicilian. And the only reason why I found that out is because of Tariq's Hidden Colors.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. So Dr. Rashad Rashay is going to go more in depth on this Elon Musk and son humiliate Trump in the Oval Office.
Okay.
Elon Musk's son and really Elon Musk both humiliate Donald Trump in the Oval Office. It gives you an idea of who's really in charge. Little X. All right, here it is.
Little X.
And there was a hot mic that caught some of it. So first is this little gem.
To restore democracy. This may seem like
you heard that too, right?
Yes.
You're not president, you need to go away. I'll play the clip a second time.
Oh, you're not the president.
You watch and tell me if that's what he said.
To restore democracy. This may seem
that's what he said, but I'll go one better because he also said this.
The prices from one year to the next are the same, and their mortgage.
That one's clear as day. He says, "I want you to shut your." Up. There's already people like, out of the mouth of babes, but let me just
the little baby.
Well, you don't get no argument
a child
from
this
me.
young doesn't have this profound moment where he like tells off Trump. He just repeats this.
And Trump needs to shut the F up.
I mean, damn, son. Trump wasn't even talking at the time. Put it up full mask.
Well,
Let me
what
explain
Trump
what's
is
happening.
saying is not even worth
All right.
listening to.
Here's my hypothesis. I believe that Elon Musk has one of those Neuralink devices hooked up to his son.
Yes, we've been.
And his son is basically saying all of the thoughts that Elon is currently having. That's just my hypothesis. Don't have too much proof other than his son just told the president of the United States to shut the fuck up. Listen, man, we've seen stranger things in this world. And here's the other thing. Here's the other reality that's actually happening here. You see that picture? There are some other things happening. Number one, nobody is allowed to bring their child into the Oval Office during a business meeting per Trump rules, except obviously Elon. No one is allowed to break the official dress code of the Oval Office per Donald Trump rules, except Elon Musk. You see, it is required that you wear a suit and tie in the Oval Office, except Elon Musk. No one is allowed to tower over Donald Trump during a press conference or interview. These are rules established by Trump himself. However, Elon Musk has violated every single one of them, and I guarantee you he did it intentionally to show you who's actually in charge. So during Elon's press conference in the Oval Office, his son had some choice words for Donald Trump during the viral interaction. Trump signed an executive order that will give more power to Elon Musk and his agency known as Doge. I mean, really Dodge. So here it is. The order requires federal agencies, the federal agency heads, to work with Elon Musk and comply with its demands to shrink the federal government. Now,
yeah, he does need to be the.
He has more power.
Yeah, back to
than he had on day one.
Yeah.
He has all force of power, federally speaking, to do whatever he wants to do with every federal agency in the United States government, signed by way of executive order from a week. Look, put the picture back up again. Look how subservient Donald Trump appears. I mean, do you believe J.D. Vance will ever be able to come to the Oval Office with a t-shirt and a damn trench jacket and a baseball cap? Hell no. Do you think J.D. Vance will be able to interrupt Donald Trump while Donald Trump is speaking? Do you think Trump will allow J.D. Vance to ever have that type of photo with him?
I don't think so.
Just a reminder, J.D. Vance is, on paper, the vice president of the United States. Okay, it's kind of like Trump is the president on paper. Musk did the bulk of the talking to reporters on Tuesday, which once again, another violation of Trump rules.
I'm getting a fucking bar of
and assured the public not to worry because he's investigated himself and has done nothing wrong. Quote, people voted for a major government reform, and that's what the people are going to get. Musk
you go all the way OG on that.
To get what they voted for. End quote. You know, here's what's interesting. Let's put this other picture up. No one in MAGA is complaining that Elon Musk is African.
Oh my God.
I mean, imagine if Elon Musk was African.
That is not an African. That is a Boer. He is Dutch.
Imagine that. Imagine if that's a black male.
Yes, we know he's a Boer, Shabaka.
Towering over Donald Trump, getting more power than he had on day one, with his child running around telling Donald Trump, shut the up. Would MAGA be celebrating this moment? No. So the boy's mother, ironically, learned of her son's trip to the Oval Office through social media. Grimes says that her son, and listen, obviously, I can't pronounce the name because these aren't even real letters. They're letters and numbers to denote what the son is. We're just going to call him X. Should not be in the public like this after learning Elon brought him to the Oval Office. Grimes revealed that she wasn't aware of her son's viral moment, only learning about the Oval Office appearance through a random X user.
No African.
Elon is literally.
Grimes says he should not be in there. An African. He should not be in the public office like in the public like this. I did not see this. Thank you for alerting me, but I'm glad he was polite. Yeah, he wasn't polite at all. Downright mean as hell. But
I picture you had people looking at Trump like, do something.
Yeah.
Right. Say something if you want to. It's right, though. He's too young to really generate these thoughts on his own. These thoughts or these words are being generated by the mimicry activity of young people who obviously listen and hear the conversations of adults around them. Now, following Grimes' split from Musk in 2022, she has repeatedly distanced herself, but posted these remarks following his infamous alleged Nazi salute. Quote,
and everybody on TV.
"It's absurd. If someone can be this canceled for something their ex did before they even heard it happen," she wrote. "I am not him. I will not make a statement every time he does something. I can only send love back into a world that is hurting." End quote. I thought that was a remarkable response. She added, "To be clear, I could go talk ish and be on a bunch of magazine covers and be a feminist hero and get clout, but it will serve no purpose. I choose my children's well-being." Not 100% positive of what that means. It sounds as if she talked more, that her children would be either threatened or perhaps harmed in the public back and forth, which is likely.
What?
All right.
I don't know.
What or I don't know? You get some slap for that.
I don't know. What? Yeah. Yeah. But I would just say this. I would be the first motherfucker right there. Like, let me borrow soap, please. Just
my grandma tried to wash my mouth out with soap one time. That shit was funny.
Shit is horrible, man. But kids like that, they need
it is. It is horrible. Getting your mouth washed out with soap.
Yeah.
And that, you know what I need you to do? I need you to turn around and face that corner.
My mom didn't let her do that shit though. But she tried.
I've had it done.
Dear brother, there's a whole lot to unpack here, but it is clear Donald Trump is not in control of the United States of America, period.
No, he's not. And, perhaps more importantly, he doesn't really care. We know the only reason he was actually, in 2016, Donald Trump basically accidentally became the president of the United States. And he's kind of been trapped in that ever since. And the public, got him out, bailed him out of those 91 charges that he had. And at the end of the day, Elon Musk is where he is. And we've been saying this, but it's clear and obvious that he was standing in that office because he donated over $200 million to this campaign. He bought the campaign. He bought the Republican Party. If Donald Trump was going to kick him out, he wouldn't even be there in the first place. Because
the skillet, the iron, the shoe,
extension cord.
The extension cord. What else I get beat with?
No, in my mother's household, you will have your mind right. You will get your mind right.
And them bamboo sticks are pretty thick.
Bamboo sticks, man. Yeah, you can use them there in a whole lot of martial arts too. You could do all kind of things with bamboo. You could sharpen them, man, and use them for spears.
You better not try to grab the belt because you really gonna get your ass beat. Move your hands. Move your hands. Ow! Stop hitting me. Move your hands. Move your hands.
Mom was like, "What's your dad? What's your father?" Ooh.
Because why does he need Elon Musk to be there? But Donald Trump's not on top of anything because he doesn't actually have a plan. The agenda is just Project 2025, and they're pushing it out as quickly as they can before the.
What's so funny about it is the director of Project 2025 endorsed Kamala Harris.
Wow. Good
2026 midterms. Elon Musk is having these, prepubescent teenagers infiltrating all of the government agencies, getting ready to cut everything so that he can get even more.
They put a pause on it. He can't do shit to the 21st. They extended the pause, so he won't be able to cut nothing now, at least until next week.
Okay.
Taxpayer dollars for his subsidies. And never forget, y'all got to put it up on the YouTube or the Facebook page or something. Donald Trump, in his first term, tweeted out something just roasting Elon Musk, basically saying you'd be nothing without subsidies. You were on your knees begging me, and now the roles have changed. I mean, are Republicans going to get rid of this guy?
Yeah, extension cord.
No, because he can keep giving them money. He's an endless bank account for these people. They're not going to get rid of him, and he's fulfilling what the right wing has been pushing for in this country for decades and decades, which is to dismantle the administrative state and to undo what FDR did with the New Deal.
Yeah,
so,
you make a great point. Trump said it years ago, and he said the truth. The truth is, that's how Elon really makes money. He doesn't make money by creating great things that are greatly profitable. He makes money by having these great contracts with different countries. I mean, China is a big one. And Elon Musk makes, his companies contractually put together in America, he makes $8 million a day.
Wow.
So it's not the unlimited bank of Elon. It's really the unlimited bank of the taxpayer at the end of the day.
It confirms Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as President Trump's health secretary. This ends a lengthy battle over his qualifications.
Now, is he going to be getting his meds from Ben Carson?
Yeah, what are y'all closing thoughts on Elon Musk and his son humiliating Trump in the Oval Office?
Yeah, go ahead, sister.
It's a sign that they're bringing America down. They're making money off of us, and everybody else is going down. That's what they're trying to do, and it looks like to me that they're about to be successful at it. I have a closing comment to make. I wanted to share this with everybody. It's kind of linked to what we're discussing. I was looking at a documentary on YouTube, and this white woman named Jessica had died and came back to life. When she died, she went to hell, and then before she went to hell, she saw Jesus. Some of y'all call him Allah, some of y'all call him Yahweh. I call him Allah. And he was a black man. He was a black man, and everyone in heaven was black. The angels were black, and so on and so forth. And she was revealing this all over YouTube. She's a white woman. The first time, and it was just heavenly the way she was explaining it. And she stated how she saw black civilizations in Africa before slavery, how we used to live in righteousness and in love and unity and peace and all that. And she was talking about our history and how divine we were and how chosen we are and were and are by God. And we were and how we were then and we are now, and how she also discussed how one day we would be in rulership again. And how slavery was never of God or Allah, or as some of you may call him Jesus. It was of something that came from Satan, because he envied us. And that's why a lot of it, like some of y'all called him Lucifer, when he went down to hell. When he was a fallen angel, he didn't want to submit to man. And in the Holy Quran, they called him Iblis, the opposite of peace or bliss, because he went against God, didn't want to submit to man. So he became a fallen angel and turned into Shaitan, which you call Satan. So I just wanted to say that to say this. Don't despair, black people. We're getting there. And there's no such thing as coincidence. And it's now our time to rule. And in conclusion, I would briefly like to read a couple of things from the Final Call news, the Fall of America, and close. Okay? Briefly, this is the Fall of America. It was written in 1973 by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, which talks about everything that's going on now today. And it states in here, it quotes the Holy Quran 81, 6, 7, and 12. And when the cities are set afire, and when men are united, and when the hell is kindled. Okay? And then it also makes a quote from the Bible. The Bible said the same thing. It says, ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. As you have done to others, so shall it be done to thee. When the cities are set on fire, this is a sign of the end of U.S. power. So that's what's going on right now, right? And then briefly, I just wanted to say, if white America wanted to free her slaves, she could easily do so. Why do you say masters want to hold them for hostages? Pray, You do not need them. Your machines do the labor that the slaves used to do. Why not let them go? So amen to that. I agree. So I just wanted to end with a positive note, and I want to say peace, love, and blessings. I got to head out.
Thank you for joining us. Please join us.
Thank you, man.
Black News.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. Yeah,
we got one more topic before we round it out.
Yeah.
And that is the dumps cabinet appointments.
Uh-oh. He ain't got that crazy bastard Ben Carson back, does he, man? That motherfucker look like he's prescribing his own meds.
No, he didn't pick Ben Carson.
Yeah.
He picked another raccoon.
Oh, Lord.
For the job.
Man, when will Yasser Boston improve? Can you tell me when will
in control
Yasser
of
Boston
$1.7 trillion in federal spending, vaccine recommendations, and food safety, as well as health insurance programs for roughly half the country. And with near unanimous support, Republicans have largely fallen in line behind President Donald Trump's cabinet picks.
President Donald Trump brought forward qualified people, really kind of outside of the box, which is a good thing for helping to reshape the federal government. It is a new day in Washington, D.C., and President Trump's cabinet is going to carry out what the American people want to see happen.
And the president's nominee to run the Department of Education, secretaries of the Departments of Agriculture, Labor and Commerce, and several other cabinet-level positions still need to be confirmed.
Oh, Hillary Clinton. Ain't that Hillary?
Now they want to try to bring back HR 40. I'm going to save that for tomorrow.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm going to do. I thank everybody for joining us. All right. Okay. And, okay, Ayanna Presley. Okay. And I'm going to bid everybody a good day because I got to get, because I got to give me some rest. Would you say Ben Carson could be your surgeon any day, any time? You'll pay extra. Oh, crew. Now, why would you hire Ben Carson? Gifted hands of Ben Carson. Huh. Ben Carson is the most accomplished neurosurgeon in the world. Okay, crew, I don't doubt that. But the last time I saw Ben Carson speaking in public, man, dude was fucked up off his own meds. Dude was definitely on some prescriptions.
All right, y'all. So this is the close season.
Can we just do one more? So what if Shabaka leaves?
No, because we got another meeting. We got a meeting in like 40 minutes. I got to finish doing stuff in the bathroom for you.
No,
and we got to get ready to go.
I have my show, so
go ahead, Lady Che. Go ahead.
I'm having a hard time with the RVA right now, getting to post it. So I'm really gonna try to get it up there before Front Line Blacc News. We'll see. I keep getting shadow banned, so I really don't know what I'm doing wrong. I really don't know what I'm doing that everybody else ain't doing. But I'm just.
We got to. Okay, if I may interrupt, Lady Che, we got to have a sit down and reorganize because you all ought to see the notes of this stuff I got up here.
Yeah.
We definitely got something. We just have to mold it. That's all. So we got raw material. We just have to mold it.
I know.
You see, we just have to mold it and get it organized.
Check.
Yeah, the revolutionary. Yeah.
Okay, got
I do
you.
everything
Got
by
you,
myself,
crew.
so
well, it's kind of hard to send it on because she's not on X anymore.
Not on X, but I got the message. I got the email, so as soon as maybe later on this afternoon, I'll be able to get to it. It depends on what happens here in the next little bit. But yeah, I started writing back actually. Yeah, I started writing back actually. We'll see. Either way, tomorrow is I got it. Tomorrow is Front Line Blacc News. And yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the link to the by 7. Okay. All right. Thanks, crew. I got the message. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see y'all tomorrow for Frontline Black News. This is gonna
conclude. Okay, what time, Brother Che in the West?
At 9:30.
Okay, 9:30 in the West. Okay, people, thank you all for joining here for Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chays. Greetings to you there, Brother Crew, and what have you. Okay, and so I'm going to get up here and get some rest because got a bunch of crap to go through, man. You know how it is.
Right.
All right. Okay, so we'll
appreciate Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced Shabaka at Grand Rising. Shabaka in the Chays.
Yep.
In conjunction with Black News. Join us tomorrow for Frontline Black News, Season 4, Episode 4, Part 1 of the Frontline Black News. We'll see y'all then.
And shout out there to Crew, and a shout out there to our man, the one and only Mr. Our own JD.
Yeah.
J Dizzle.
J Dizzle in the building.
Yeah. Hey, twin. Black first, yes sir. So we're gonna keep it black on the attack, and then I'm letting y'all know, man, this age is catching up with me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'm gonna be gumming grits, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I just looked at my driver's license. Don't you know I've been behind the wheel 50 years? 50 years.
Shout out to Deception for joining us.
Someone's gonna take your keys away.
And Lady Che. We're going to have to check your keys, Pops. Oh, man.
I'm just kidding.
Well, speaking of which, where is my car keys at? Hopefully this damn place don't flood, man. You know. Oh, yeah, there it is. I found them there.
What was that, 2 years ago when that shit happened?
Oh, yeah, man, it was bad out here, dude. And it was in the summer months they had all that rain.
Yeah.
People driving by with their damn windows down. Fools want to run in the puddles.
You got more times of you got a lot more time. Crew said you got 50 more times 50 in you, Shabaka.
Wait a minute. 50 times. What's 50 times 50? Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
50 is
2,500. 2,500.
Oh, man.
Oh, it sure be nice, man. You say you're not gonna put me in a robot, so you always be here.
Oh yeah, 250.
Oh yeah, I am nomad. I am perfect. Must analyze error. Faulty. Oh boy. Oh man, nah, bro. Shoot me on that, twin, before I see that bullshit, man. Oh man, then I know we through, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So okay, so you had Musky Bird and Little Stink up there. That's what I'm gonna start calling Musky Jr. Stink. Little Stink. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. I mean, these times is gone crazy.
To shut the F up.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, you know, old Musk is against Julius Malema. You know that, right?
Yeah, he's trying to. We're gonna cover that tomorrow, Shabaki.
All right. Okay. All right, crew. All right, Lady Che. Yeah, that's it. Little Stink. Yeah.
Little Stink or Little Dookie, one of the two.
Yeah. Either way it go, it ain't shit.
Yeah, Little Dookie.
All right. Yeah, nasty bastard. Yeah.
Season 10, Episode 4, Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chays in conjunction with the Frontline Black News. Join us tomorrow for Frontline Black News, Season 4, Episode 47, Part 1. In the meantime, make sure y'all like and subscribe to all of our platforms. Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook. The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter, now X. So peace, love, light, reparations, and separations, and Black empowerment. Che and Crewman and Lady Che signing out from the dollhouse in a sundown town known as Aurora, Colorado.
And put the ponies back in a barn and get them off of GMOs.
And keep the shipwrecked pirates shipwrecked and at the bottom of the hull of the ship.
Oh man, they shipwrecked real bad. That's a given. Shit, I'm one of they.
And it's Valentine's Day, fellas, so don't forget to get your girl a present.
Oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Yeah, would have loved to have Sarge on there.
Yeah, we could do something on that too. I wasn't thinking until after the fact, but yeah, we could have did something on the St. Valentine's Massacre.
Yeah, I was in the Clark Street garage. Yeah. Okay, all right, folks, I'm out. Okay, so everybody have a great day, and I'll give you a call later on today after you finish making your runs, Brother Chet.
Okay, Shabaka, sounds good. We'll see y'all then. Peace.
All right. Okay, this is Shabaka Sankor for Front Line Blacc News signing off from Sin City. And boy, they got some sin in this town for real. All right, I'm out.